Okay, this is for Aha May 86, who's looking for help to. Uh, the question is, your players aren't comfortable with passing backwards with the back pass, and so you want some help on, right? How do you encourage the back pass, and how do you make players feel like passing backwards isn't a good thing, or is a good thing to do, right? Keeping the ball. Here's a simple routine that you could follow. That's gonna you want to trick your players to, not in a bad way. You're not gonna deceive them, but what you want to do is arrange your practice routine, right? Your practice schedule in a way that encourages good movement of the ball no matter where it's going, right? So it's gonna shift the way that the players move just by showing them doing certain drills with them. And if you do the same drills with them every practice, it's gonna solve this problem. So here's what I suggest: warm up, right? Every practice you want to look like this. Every practice should be warm up, finishing on goal. And when I say finishing on goal, you could do 10 minutes of everyone has the ball in a line and they're as fast as they can running towards the goal and finishing in the bottom left or bottom right corner, ideally hitting the side netting. If you've got two different goalkeepers are rotating at their leisure. You're not using a whistle, they're just going as fast as they can, and maybe the line starting a little bit above the top of the 18. You could also sometimes start the line to the left, on the left side of the 18, sometimes on the right side of the 18, just to work a different angle. And then after a few repetitions of going through the line, just slotting the ball on the ground, right? This is Slotsville. You could go do volleys, right? So players to that same line, players are lined up. They hand you the ball, they're facing you, you're facing the goal. You throw the ball over their head, they quickly turn around and one time volley out of there, working on volleys. After that, you do, did I say possession? Jesus. Okay, so it's warm up, possession. Possession is key, right? The whole game is possession. So if your team can't keep possession of the ball, you're gonna have a bad time. So there's 3 different types of possession games you want to play. It's 2 teams trying to keep the ball away from each other in a tight area. So you don't want to be too tight, but you don't want to be too wide, because too tight players can't move around, but too wide, it's gonna take away from the drill, right? Because you kind of want to show them how to encourage players just through the size of the perimeter to be able to get out of tight spaces and be aware of the other space, so they're constantly moving the ball and getting in and out of tight spaces and combining with each other to keep the ball. And that's going to replicate the gameplay. So 2 teams trying to keep possession of each other, and they're trying to score, right, 5 touches as a goal, and they're trying to get to 3 or trying to get to 5, whatever. You could also do 3 teams. I like 3 teams trying to keep possession from each other, and it's one monkey in the middle, right? So if you got 3 different colored pennies, or whatever, you say, red's in the middle, and then the other teams are trying to keep it away from the one team, and then you could say, and then you go down, you could say, now each team has 2 touch, and then if they take it over from the other team, they get extra touch. So you say 2 touch, 1 on the takeover. The third thing you could do is put gates with cones along the field, and to score, you put the ball through the gate. And this is another fun game that you can play. So it goes warm up, possession, then finishing on goal, then crossing and finishing. Crossing and finishing is four lines: 2 on the outsides, 2 on the insides, no defenders, goalies are rotating, alternating crossing lines on the outside. You could start this drill a little bit in front of the semicircle, right? The semicircle on one half, and ideally you want the finishing drill and crossing and finishing on a goal where there's a natural backstop, so players aren't wasting their time chasing a ball if they miss. you want the ball served to be at a curved angle. I used to push the ball to the outside towards the sideline and then try and cross the ball in and make it more difficult to myself, until my coach said, Andrew, just push the ball towards the goal and then cross the ball, and making it easy. And then the last thing you want to do is play to big goals, right? Bring the goals in close enough where if you have a change of possession, and it's unrestricted free play, right? It's split the whole team up into 3 teams, and the team that's sitting out acts as bumpers on the outside, and this keeps them involved. And the bumpers have 1 touch. This keeps them involved and keeps the game competitive. If you only have 2 teams going against each other, it's not that competitive. If you lose and then you have to sit on the outside, I know that I love playing all the time, and I'll friggin' die to stay on that field. So I think having 3 teams makes it so that it raises the level of competition, because players always want to be playing. And you want to let players pick their own teams sometimes, because there are some coaches who say, oh well, I want Bobby and Tommy and Ricky working together in the midfield, so they'll put Bobby, Tommy, and Ricky on the same team. But what happens is that's not really effective, because you just want players recognizing time and space and movement. So it doesn't matter what teams, it's good to scramble them up so they're having different, working well with other players is important. So you don't want to restrict either through teams or through touch when you're playing. You want to encourage, the thing you're actually encouraging when you're playing to big goals, you're replicating real game scenarios, and this is the thing that's going to help solve that back pass, right? Possession game is going to help solve this, and the playing to goal is going to help solve this, because when you're in this tight area, you have to play backwards. So they're not thinking, okay, the goal's here. If you're in a tight area with playing to big goals, just to keep the ball and to finish on goal, you're just moving the ball. And if there's a 50-50 ball and change of going from attack to defense or defense to attack, you're transitioning very rapidly to either defend your goal or to attack on goal. That's why this game is so effective, right? So just to recap one more time: warm up, possession, finishing on goal, volleys on goal, then crossing and finishing, 4 lines, and then it's playing to 2 big goals, 3 teams rotating with the team on the outside as bumpers, 1 touch. And then you could do a little cool down, walking back. I love Ben Patrick's walking backwards for 200 yards all the way towards the end of the field, slow walk backwards, then slow walk backwards to the opposite end of the field. And this is a routine that, right, I think I mentioned this, our coach Doug Nevins, we were ranked one in the nation at age 18 years old for every single, right, for men's under 18 in the US. So it was pretty effective practice routine. So give this a try, and reach out with any more questions. All right, thank you.